All right, Drive Radio fans, another review that we've got for you today, the 2015 Lexus. This, as you can see from the back, the ES350. My son Richard is behind the camera, and we apologize. Both of us have been sick a little bit here lately. It is Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to you. That's why we're not in our normal setting. We thought we'd do this, and with us being sick, we just haven't had a lot of time to get these reviews done this week. So we apologize. We're actually doing this kind of on the on a quick basis. So ES350 2015, not a lot has changed on this car. In fact, just some minor changes to the navigation audio system side of the fence. It's really about the only thing that you change. Again, some of the things that make the ES just a great car. Price, this car, and this is pretty loaded. This car that we're driving, the actual press car itself, is $43,850. It starts out at around 35-ish or so, even a little less than that. So really low 30s. You can get this car with not a lot of equipment on it. This is a really good looking car. And folks, just by the way, if you're looking for a really nice, what I call full-size luxury sedan, yeah, you can get a little bigger than this by going to a GS or even an LS, but this, value-wise for this car, this is a tough car to beat. It's a good looking car. Fuel economy is really good. We're in the high 20s in this car. In fact, I've reached 30 miles to the gallon in this car, 3.5 liter engine. This is a front wheel drive car. We'll show you the interior, show you the back seat room and stuff here in just a moment, but this car really works well equipped. Again, $44,000, so $43,850, $44,000. What a great car for the price. You really are getting a lot of car for the money. So tell you what, we'll take a drive. We'll make that fairly short. We'll go through a few of the other features that are on the car, and then we'll go through the interior. But one thing real quick I wanted to point out, and Richard, you can show this, some of the things that make a, again, a Lexus versus some of the other non-luxury cars that are on the market. You see little things that they do, like for example this weather stripping that they put between the hood. It reduces wind, makes the hood shut a little nicer. Just minor things like that. The fluting around the headlights, this is all done for aerodynamics to make the car go through the air better. They do the same thing on the mirrors. You can see that right in here on the window. Same thing on the outer, and then Richard, show them on the taillights back here. Same deal. So all of these are designed to help this car do better when it comes to fuel economy. So tell you what, we'll do a quick drive. We'll come back, we'll do the interior, and stay with us. All right, folks, we did the outside. We'll come back and do the interior here in just a moment. Right now, we're going to do the driving portion, show you a few features of the 2015 Lexus ES350. Right, real quick, and Richard noticed this as we were driving it. One thing they've done, you can show them down here, Richard, they've put an indentation in this now so your hand just kind of rests on it a little bit better. But the way this works is these are all like notches. So as I'm moving my fingers across, scrolling basically, I can hit on weather, and that'll pop up, and I can actually look at current weather where we're at now. And it shows that we're 32 degrees, and it shows we're in Broomfield, Colorado, which isn't quite accurate. We're pretty close to that, but the winds are blowing. You could hear that in the camera. And if we look at the 3-day, we're going to have some snow actually coming in tonight, which you can see. So there's your weather forecast. Again, lots of things that you can do inside of the Intune system. We can look at fuel consumption. That's also built in here. We can look at traffic. If you're driving and you're in rush hour traffic, you can look at traffic incidents, etc. The other thing that we can do, of course, as always, you can control the radio. Go there, decide what station you want to listen to, which source, AM, FM, etc. You can also go to the climate, which is another great feature. So if you want to change how the climate works, we want to go lower on the vents instead of going upper and lower together. Turn the fan speed up. I can do all that through here. I can also do that down here with the fan speed. I can also just control it here. If I don't want to use this and go to the screen, I can do the same thing. You can hear the fan speed lower. I can also adjust temperature here, or I can do it on the screen. So again, really nice, intuitive system. I like the way it works. All your steering wheel controls, of course, are here. Wipers, turn signals, all that stuff. That's pretty normal. So tell you what, let's just go for a quick drive. And again, like I said, Richard and I both have been a little under the weather, so bear with us here. We'll just go for a quick drive, kind of go around here and kind of show you how things work. This car is extremely quiet. It's extremely smooth. It's just a joy to drive. As Richard talked about in the short review, there are 3 modes in driving this car: Eco, Normal, and Sport. And I'll just be the first to tell you that I rarely come out of the Eco mode. The car's got plenty of power, even at our elevation, which right now we're about 5,600 feet. So even at our elevation, There's plenty of power in the eco mode. If you want more of a sporty feel to the car, etc., you can actually bump it up into that mode if you want to, but really you don't need to. This car works fantastic. Again, our fuel economy was in the high 20s. I even hit 30 miles to the gallon on a couple of days driving it. This is just a beautiful car. You can hear from the microphone right now, and I'll be quiet for just a moment. We're doing about 30 miles an hour, relatively low noise, and we're on a pretty bad road. The roads in the neighborhood here need to be redone, and you can just tell from listening, it's really a quiet drive. So we'll just kind of go down the hill here for a minute and kind of let you see what things are like as we pick up a little bit of speed. But the car works extremely well, drives well, handles well. Again, I keep saying this, and Richard did in his review also. This is, as you can tell, this is one of our favorite cars. And some of you would say, why? There's nothing really special about it. It's not a performance car. For everyday solid value, if you're looking for a four-door sedan, you want to drive something that's a little bit higher quality than what a typical four-door sedan would be, you want to move into a Lexus product, $43,000 and some change. That's a great deal on this car for everything that you get. And this car will last you, I'm not exaggerating, if you really take care of it, it would last you a lifetime. So this car, built solid, works fantastic. I've loved driving it. This is one of those cars that I just have a hard time giving back because of all of the great qualities that it actually has. So Lexus, thumbs up. You did a great job on this car. We'll continue on and go through the interior. Okay, folks, we'll do a quick interior review of the 2015 Lexus ES350. Again, we keep saying, great car. This is one of the best values I feel on the market for the type of car that you're actually getting. So, open the trunk. If I can find a little deal, it's usually over on the right side on a Lexus. So here's the trunk. Again, they do some nice things in this to cover up, you know, some of the way the hinges work, or the way the hinges look, I should say. They cover that, make it look nice. But nice full interior trunk room. There's a panel that comes down where you can put skis or something in if you want to go a little longer. But really, nice roomy trunk. This has got one of the biggest trunks, I think, in its class. Don't quote me on that, but I just know from all the cars we reviewed and the different things we look at, just personal experience, this has got one of the bigger trunks on it for the type of car that this actually is. Again, great value for this car. 43,000 bucks. You really get a lot of car for the money. By the way, I love this blue color. I'm not a huge blue fan at times, but this particular car, Lexus, really did a nice job on the color. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So we'll get into the back seat. Snow brush, which here in Colorado we've got about 8 inches coming tonight, so we'll need that. Lots of room in the back seat, as you can see. This seat's back all the way. I've got plenty of room. Again, nice, what I consider to be a full-size sedan, luxury sedan. They've done a nice job in this. Nice interior, even with the sunroof, which lowers this panel because the roof has to slide back. Still got plenty of room. Grab handle. You know, fair apportionments in here. You know, they've got the soft touch around here. It is a harder material up above, but again, you got to look at the price of this car and understand that no, all of this isn't going to look like this isn't going to be all leather covered for the low 40s. You're just not going to get that. But really, Lexus, you still did a great job. I really enjoyed this car. This is one of my favorite cars, period. So Richard, he'll come around the other side. We'll get into the front seat. All right, folks, now we're in the front seat of the Lexus ES350. Again, 2015 Lexus ES350. Not a lot of changes on this car from the 2014 model. So just so you all know, there's not a ton of changes in it. Still has the 3 modes when you drive it, which we talked about in the driving portion. The biggest thing they changed with this is a little bit of how the nav and some of that part of it works. Not the nav itself, but the in-tune system and how that works. There's an app now where you can control different features of the car, things along those lines. But as far as the rest of the interior goes, it's really nice. I mean, nice, soft leather material. Again, one of the favorite things I like about Lexus and how they control the audio nav system is the touch panel, or the joystick style, however you want to call it. They're going to go to touch panel, and some of the later cars and some of the other versions of Lexus already have that. But I still actually like this. It's kind of a how do I want to say this? As you're scrolling around, you can kind of feel where you're supposed to be, which I really like. Seat heaters, of course, in this car. 2 different cup holders, which we can close up and kind of show you how much better the interior looks with them closed. Get the key in there. Again, really nice job. One of the options on this car is the wood wrapped wheel on this particular car. And again, I don't know what else to say. This is really a fantastic automobile for the price. When you go out and you compare this car to some of the other cars in its class, and this car competes extremely well. So I really enjoyed this car. So continue to watch us. Watch our reviews. We are on YouTube, of course. If you found us there, you know how to find us. But our channel is Drive Radio, all one word. If you go to YouTube, type in the search bar Drive Radio, you'll find us that way. Go to our website also, drive-radio.com, and our radio show, which is where all of this stems from. We do a 3-hour call-in radio talk show. You can call in from anywhere in the country. We'll answer questions. We field, you name it. Our motto is there's no dumb questions on Drive Radio, and there really isn't. We answer any type of car question that you have. From, I've got a noise, or I've got this smell, or I've got a problem, or I've got a leak, or I've got a light on. You name it, we do our best to answer it, along with giving you lots of tips on how to keep your car lasting longer. Our goal is, even though we review all of these new cars, our goal is for you to buy this car and keep it for a very long time, thereby, furthering your dollar, if you would call it that way. We want to see you get the most value that you possibly can out of the vehicles that you're driving. So that's Drive Radio, AM 560 here in the local Denver, Colorado Front Range market. You can find us on the TuneIn app at 560 The Source. You can also listen to us online at 560thesource.com, and you can watch us on YouTube. Go right to our Drive Radio website, drive-radio.com. You'll see our feed right there. You can watch us live, see what we do in the studio, and so on. But with that, we're out of here. Merry Christmas again. Today is Christmas Day 2014. Merry Christmas to all. Hope you have a great day with your friends and family, and enjoy.